Hello, Mr. Randy Dack, and welcome back for another video. This time we've got another episode of Decent Defeats. We are now on Decent Defeats episode 15, and the first replay we've got for you is in the Tier 9 French tank destroyer, the Foch, here on proc with no fun police and one enemy light tank in the game. Now the Tier 8 French TD, I must admit I absolutely loved. The Tier 9 Foch, I haven't actually got on well with it. Well, I haven't got on as well as it as I did the Tier 8, if I'm honest with you. But, you know, it is still a decent tank. I just think I kept being impatient in the tank sometimes and start trying to brawl with it rather than play it as a stealthy TD with that 4-shot clipper. But, the first replay we are on proc, we're just in the position just looking to see if we get any shots at the start. And IS-7 is pushed out. Unfortunately for the IS-7, he's got tracked and he's not going to be able to get untracked. And we do able to confirm the kill and get 500 damage. We're just seeing if we can get any last shots. Our team, no one's really actually gone the hill, which is unusual. And a lot of our team is sort of down this 1-2 line and in the mid-ridge. So we're trying to look for shots on anything which gets detected. There is one enemy light tank, which is a Manticore, and obviously that is a very dangerous tank on a map like Proc if played well, because it's got a shrink camo, can get in the bush and can keep you lit, and it can make your life difficult, especially towards the end game. If when a lot of the tanks are out, they can be very powerful tanks. So we're looking to see if we can get any shots, but our team is actually pushing quite aggressively down the 1-2 line, and I'm going to try and push forward to see if we can help out. Obviously, like I said, we haven't got any map control on the other side of the map, so we do need to really win this 1-2 line to try and take some more control back from the enemy team if they do decide to sort of push down the hill and get behind us. So we're looking for shots. Unfortunately, I'm not in my best position, because obviously if I do shoot, there's a good chance I might get detected here. I'm then going to be in the open, but our team is still making the advance down the 1-2 line, so I am going to keep going with them. If they do spot some tanks, maybe we can get some punish, and maybe there's not that much tanks down the 1-2 line at this point. I actually just don't know. We do get detected as we push down there. We need to try and get into cover as soon as we possible. We do lose a few hit points there, but we're now back into sort of the ruins, try to keep ourselves covered by all this destructible cover and lose our spot, which we do. And our team is now pushing under 1-2. This time I'm thinking there's only a couple of tanks down there. I wasn't expecting to see that Conqueror there, but he gets detected. We get 2 shots in. We should be able to get a third one in. Unfortunately, he gets hulled down, but he then gets shut down by our friendly tank destroyer. And I'm just trying to stay alive at this point. We've got 1 kill, 1,000 damage. Like I say, we haven't got any control of the other side of the map. So we really need to win this 1-2 line as quickly as we can, so we can gain some control over this map. The team's TD's getting spotted, does get taken down the bottom, so I'm just going to keep pushing here and try and just win this as quickly as possible. Enemy Manticores forcing the lighting us up here. This enemy heavy is in the open. We should be able to clip this tank out now. We get 1 shot in, we get 2 shot in. We should be able to get the finish in this tank, and we do that, picking up 2 kills, putting us on 2,400 damage. And now I'm just going to keep pushing just to make sure there isn't anything else down there. And there's actually a Jag E100 that now gets spotted. We're not detected yet, so we're just going to pull back behind this bush just to give ourselves the best chance of not getting detected. The Jag E100 looks like he's actually going to shoot at our Progetto there. I think he's turning to make a shot. We're just almost reloaded. Unfortunately, he takes out our Progetto, but we've now got an opportunity to dump our clip in. We get 2 shots in. We're trying to get a shot now into his lower plate, but he's covered behind the wreck. So the only shot we have is in the cupola. He's still on reload. We get that 1 shot in. We're going to get 1 more shot. We're not going to be able to finish him off. We need our team to do so, and they do. Thankfully for me, that our friendly Japanese TD helped us out there, taking it out, putting us into 4,000 damage and 2 kills. And we have now at least won the 1-2 line. And at this point, it's a very, very even game. Obviously, the enemy Manticore is still alive, and like I said, that is a problem because it's getting to that stage now where there's less tanks on a big map like this. If played right, it can be very dangerous. Obviously, I'm not a massive fan of the Manticore, but any tier 10 light, in a map like this, it's obviously perfect for. And it can be a little bit awkward, so I really would like to take out that Manticore if I get any opportunity to do so. We're pushing forward because we suspect there is going to be a few tank destroyers still potentially towards the train tracks. We do spot this AMX 30 as a one shot. We opted to try and kill him. We missed 2 shots, which is really not great, and we got detected for it. We do finish it off, and we managed to lose a detected and actually bounce a shot there. So we know there is some tanks down there, but we want to reload now. It's 6v6 again, so it's fairly even at this point. I just need our team to be careful here and not to overextend. I wanted to try and go back to the 1-2 and spot anything coming towards our base. But as it happens, we just spot this Waffle 100 out in the open. We are going to take an opportunity to get shots on this through the bush, so we shouldn't get detected. We get 2 shots in, we get 3 shots in. We should be able to get all the shots there. They lose a spot, but we're going to guess whereabouts they are, and we get 6,000 damage. And this game is now starting to slip away from us. It's on a 3 versus 6. And then there, I get detected there, which I'm guessing is a Manticore somewhere in a bush, which is not ideal. And this is where the game, starts to get away from us. So at this point, I'm thinking I'll lose my spot. I'll actually go back down the 1-2 line and try and get in a bush on the top of the hill somewhere, so I can actually shoot anything coming in towards our cap. I need to do that undetected, because once I got wind where I am, it's going to be awkward. And this is the problem for me. I get detected by that Manticore there, and this is not good because I know exactly where I am, and I've not been able to get into the bush as quickly as I wanted to, because I wanted to get in there quickly to catch anything out crossing towards us. But as it stands, I now know exactly where I am, and it's 2 versus 6. Enemy team are just going to full send on to me, and yeah, this is where the game is started to get away from me a little bit, and it's unfortunately, maybe I should have stayed where I was, but I can't do anything about that. I was trying to get out there before the Manticore had an opportunity to spot us, and now I am trapped, and this pattern is coming over. We get 1 shot in, he gets one into us and then backs down. I'm kind of expecting the Manticore any moment now just to full send over, get behind me, and it's going to be game over. But we do get a shot in, and we actually ammo rack that pattern, putting us into a 1 versus 5. We get 1 shot into the Manticore, but I kind of overturned there. I could have finished the Manticore off, and yeah, this is going to be GG's because I can't lose my detected. I'm something behind me, and it's all over. But we still managed to get a decent game out of it. It's a shame, I would like to have got a bit more, 1 more whole clip, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. We do get 4 kills, 7,500 damage, 1,000 assistance. It's only the first class. We get the ace tanker, but we tried. You can't win them all. We still had a good game. That's the end for replay number 1, but we've got 2 more to show you. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2 in the Super Chaffee. We are actually top tier in this game with 2 Fubblies, 2 enemy light tanks. It is the encounter battle on Mali. Being top tier, obviously this tank is very, very strong against other tanks of its same tier. You can do quite a lot of nasty things. So we're going to push forward aggressively and try and get to a position where we can potentially spot any enemy team crossing, maybe pick up some assistance, maybe get some damage on tanks crossing towards the base, or just crossing in the open. So we're pushing across there. We do actually, there is a tank that gets detected. I do get spotted as well. I'm guessing there's a light tank somewhere which has detected me. Maybe this light tank here. We try and snap 1 shot in. And we're just looking for a few shots. We do lose our spot, and then we spot a enemy tank in the open where we should be able to get shots into them. We get 1 pen in. It should be free farm. Also, I don't have the best penetration on this tank, so over distance it's a little awkward. As you can see, I am bouncing a few shots there, but we do get this one in, and we're looking to try and get the finish on the tank. We get detected, so I try to pull back because I don't want to eat any shots, because that is a Hellcat. Also, I didn't know what was looking at me. Could be in the Hellcat 105. Could have lost a lot of hit points. I decided rather than try and get that extra shot in, I'll just pull back to safely lose my spots, and then we'll go again. So some enemy TDs are crossing towards the hill. The baby back prince crosses. I've got free farm in this tank. I'm trying to get as much punish into this tank as I possibly can as they cross in. Damage their ammo rack. He is heading towards the base. I would like to try and get as much punish as possible. We don't really have a lot of tanks contesting the base. I get detected there, and now it's getting a little bit awkward because obviously if they do get to the hill, they can just shoot down on me. So I'm not liking this position too much. I'm just going to have one more opportunity to try and spot, and then I'm actually just going to try something different because it is getting a bit risky in that position. So as I come around here, we spot an enemy tank in the open again. We're going to just have this opportunity just to farm damage, because at this point I was going for the 3 mark on the tank, which I've done now, but obviously at this point of the video, obviously as much damage as I can get would be good, because obviously I was trying to achieve the 3rd mark of excellence. So we're getting a few shots. We should be able to pick up a kill here. We do, confirming our first kill, putting us onto 1,200 damage. Get a shot into that light tank, and now we're just gonna push forward. He is a 1 or 2 shot to us. Just trying to avoid any shots. We're just trying to not be too predictable. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go in and to get rid of this light tank now, because he is a 2 shot, so we might as well just quickly get rid of him before we manage to do escape. We get 1 shot in, we get 2 shot in. Enemy fire is coming at us now. We're trying to spot them to try and get any assistance, because at this point I'm kind of thinking we may end up getting capped out here, and I just want to get as much damage as I can, because obviously I was going for the 3rd mark of excellence. I do lose my spot there. 1, 2 kills. We're picking up a little bit of assistance, trying to spot to get a bit more assistance as we go in. Now our enemy team, our friendly team, have died on the hill. I am thinking, yeah, we're probably just going to get capped out, so I might as well just go a bit crazy and try and just get as much damage as I can possibly do, because I don't see me being able to get back for the reset at this point. So I just got to hope the friendly team get out of the hill, or maybe that 1 tank on TD manages to get a few resets in. But we are picking up a few damage, and we go around back of this tank destroyer. Like I say, we are just going a little bit crazy here, but obviously this is a turretless tank, so we're just going to make sure we get the shot and kill Ben before he gets out. We eat 1 shot off that heavy tank, which we can now kill, who is a 1 shot. We do so, and we're sort of clearing up this area here, and we've ended up with 5 kills. So now I'm thinking I can pick up the top gun here by killing this fun police. Hopefully our TD gets a couple of resets at the top. We missed that shot on the light tank. I was thinking let's just go over and actually just try and help out and get the resets. But now there's like 5 tanks, or yeah, about 5 tanks up the top. It's not going to be ideal for me to push into that. I'm just going to go back and just, I've seen 2 fun police. I'm just thinking I'm just going to try and take out both of these fun police, and that would, essentially give me the devastating medal, and I'll pick up a bit more damage. I should be able to get the kill on this tank here. We just aim that one when we do. And that is only, the tanks have got out of the cap, so it's like 2 minutes 40 on the cap. And I'm thinking, I've actually got time now to go and kill this fun police and get back over there. So I'm thankful for the fact that they've got over there. I'm on 6 kills. I think I might as well to try and kill this fun police, get the medal for killing the 2 artillery, and then actually pick up the devastate medal as well. We then spot this enemy medium tank is also a 1 shot. Something like it could be, the 8th kill there potentially. You never know. Could get a pause here. Potentially bring up a collies. We're now into a 1 versus 6. And there's still 2 minutes on the clock, so it's okay at the moment. I just don't really want another enemy team to get in the cap, because that's going to give us a bit of pressure. With 2 minutes, that's actually enough time for us to kill these 2 tanks and get over there. If another tank gets in the cap, that's going to be really awkward. And unfortunately for me, another tank does get in the cap, and that means I've only got a minute left, which is not ideal. I need to start just full sending towards that cap to try and get the resets. One of the tanks has killed herself. I'm on 7 kills, but then 2 tanks has come in the open. They're just going to chase me, so I've got to kill them. One is the 1 shot on the Cromwell. We take this tank out. We should have the kill on the light tank, which will give us a 9th kill. Get 1 shot in there. Got to land at least 1 or 2 more. Should be a 1, and we get that in, bringing us a 9th kill. But now the 2 tanks are in the cap, and I'm like, I don't think I'm not going to have enough time to get there. Maybe I can just blind fire the bush, or if they're over peaking on the ridge, I might spot them when I come up this ridge and get the reset. If I get 1 reset, then I'm going to win the game and get 11 kills with a pause medal. And I just took a blind fire, and it's agonisingly, as I took that shot, another tank got detected, but I was on reload. If I'd have waited a split second, maybe I could have snapshotted that tank and get the reset, but I agonised I didn't, and we lost. And we could have a collies, but it is what it is. We could have the collies and 11 kills. But we didn't get that, but we do get the ace tanker. We get 9 kills, we get the medal for killing the 2 artilleries, and still a decent game for a defeat. It just could have been more. But yeah, that is it for replay number 2, but one more to come. Okay, so here we are for the final replay on Sand River. It is a top tier game. There is 1 enemy Fun Police and 1 enemy light tank in the game. We've got my preferred spawn on Sand River, and we're going to push to the ridge in the start, try and use our camo, see if we can spot anything crossing, see if we can get any cross shots on any of the tanks crossing at the start. Work out, you know, as usual, that's just my starting position, and then I just work out what to do from there once I've realised, you know, where the enemy team are located, and then you can start to figure out how you're going to start to try and get your damage. But initially I'm going to just go here, see if anything crosses. You know, we've got decent camo. If anything crosses, we might be able to get some punish on them. There is an enemy medium there. Unfortunately, I don't get the spot on that tank, so I don't pick up the assistance. But he does get punished for that poke. We should be able to potentially get a shot into this medium tank here, and we do. Picking up our first shot of damage, and now we're just waiting to see if we can get any more shots in. We can't quite get another shot in there, but yeah, as you can see, a lot of our teams decided to play this side of the map. If they do push forward, they might spot the tanks camping in the back, and then I might be able to get some assistance. I'm just going to poke up here just to spot, see if we can just detect where the tanks are located. But yeah, at the moment I'm just going to look to see what shots I can get from this position. Hellcat actually gets spotted crossing here. I do spot there. I led that shot a bit too much, unfortunately. Missed that shot. I end up taking a shot off of that medium which I shot earlier. And the Fun Police is now looking at us, so we need to try and get away and lose our spot and get back into a better position. Because the enemy team, it appears they're going to win the other side of the map. So I kind of need to try and do something to win this side of the map. Enemy Challenger does get detected though. We get a nice shot in there, tracking him in place. Hopefully I should be able to get another shot in, obviously with my quick reload. We do get one in, and it quickly gets shut down, you know, and now we're on the board because we've got 1,000 damage and a little bit of assistance, and we start to take out a few of the enemy team. Picking up a little bit of assistance there. Hopefully I can just squeeze a shot into this Tiger potentially. I do so. I'm now looking to see if we can get a second shot into the Tiger. Unfortunately, although I hit, I don't penetrate. But yeah, the enemy team have won the other side. We don't have a great deal of map control, but there's not a lot I can do about that at this particular moment. I'm just spotting just to get some intel. We do spot an enemy KV there crossing. But I have now actually got a few shots into these tanks potentially, so I'm going to push forward. Obviously, I use silent driving, so I lose less detective value on the move, and this tank does already have fantastic camo for a medium. So hopefully I can get a few shots in here. I'll get one in because confirming the kill on that TD. Looking to see if we can get another shot confirming the kill on this medium as they escape. Hoping I can squeeze in a shot there. We actually hit the tank, but hit his gun and don't finish it off, which is unfortunate. We just snap one into that KV2 just in case, you know, chance it, you never know. But unfortunately we don't get that. The Stone Cold is crossing now. We're going to try and get a shot into this tank. We don't get that one in, get a bit unfortunate on the bounce. And also this tank doesn't have a lot of ammo, so already, you know, practically through our AP rounds. And yeah, so we're going to only have heat left soon. I'm going to push forward and try and spot the TDs, which I know are camping in their base, because, like I say, we're losing map control. I want to try and win something. We do spot the TDs in their base. Hopefully we can pick a few assistant damage now off of from our friendly teams. Now they're spotted in the open. Unfortunately, I don't appear to be getting much assistance. I'm now looking at this light tank, and I know there is a Stone Cold who is on a one-shot behind us. So I've just got to be wary of my surroundings in case they come behind me. I'm going to look to see if I can squeeze a shot into this light tank who is full health at the moment. And we do get one in. Pull back now so the Stone Cold can't get shots into us. But now I just want to pull back and try and spot those TDs again in case they are advancing behind us. I just want to just get all the info basically. So I push forward, but I'm not spotting them and I get detected. I'm now going to pull back around to see if I can get any more shots in this light tank if he is still there. He is, and he is on a one shot. We get that kill in nicely. Pull back around, obviously that Stone Cold is still there. We're just going to go and try and spot those TDs again, just because I want to have as much information as I can at this point. I need to know if they're pushing on me. I get detected. Thankfully I get lucky. I actually bounce a few shots there, but then this enemy Stone Cold actually comes behind me. He's going to pen me twice. I can't really stop it, but I can get the kill, and at least we've got rid of that dangerous tank, bringing it back to a 6 versus 6. We've got just shy of 2,000. Well, we've got 2,500 damage, 3 kills, and a little bit of assistance, and it is a very close game. But at least we've taken out the enemy light and the enemy Stone Cold. I'm going to just try and light the TDs from a different angle, so they shouldn't be expecting me from here. We get over there, we actually get a shot in, and putting us under just shy of 3,000 damage. But now I'm looking at the 2 tanks going for our base. At the moment, these TDs are kind of just, they're going to be staying there for a little while, so I'm thinking, you know what, I'm just going to leave them. I'll deal with that when the time comes. I'm just going to go back now and see if we can kill the tanks crossing towards our base, hoping that maybe I can get behind them. I know there's a KV2 crossing towards the base at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to get some easy shots from behind and take out that tank, because the enemy team are 2 tanks up at this time being. But obviously, if the enemy TDs are just going to stay in their base, I don't necessarily have to worry about it for this time being. But I've just spotted this medium earlier who is on the 1 shot, so I'm just looking to see if I can get any shots, because it's a tier. Yeah, I would like to try and take out that tank if I could. Unfortunately, I don't get the angle, so I'm going to just continue my original plan to try and take out the enemy heavy. It's now 3 versus 6. We are on 3 kills, just shy of 3,000 damage, and 600 odd assistance. So we're having a decent game, but there could be more. This game's definitely not lost yet. I know we're not winning, but it's definitely not lost. We spot this comet. Well, this comet gets lit in the open. We have to just try and deal with this tank. We should be able to get 2 shots into the tank before we get safe. We get our 2 shots in. He gets shut down by our friendly TD, taking out another kill. It's now 2 versus 5 with 3,000 damage, 3 kills. We're going to try and get background and kill this enemy KV2 that's in the space. I'm just over poking here just to see if he spots, if we get any shots on him. He's not going to spot us from here because he's not got the best view range, and we do have fantastic camo rating. So I'm just going to try and get behind the tank and hope, I haven't been detected here, so he might not realise I'm going to be coming from this angle, and hopefully he's not looking at us, so we can just go behind, get a nice shot into the tank, and then get back into cover. I think at this point he's probably at least a 2 shot to us, unless he took any damage off that TD, which I wasn't aware of. I think he is probably a 2 shot. So I'm going to poke and try and get a shot into his KV2. He's not looking. We should be able to get 1 shot in before he's at least turned his turret round. We get run in, but obviously he could blast us here. We're now in a 1 versus 5. We're in a collies position. We're just going to try and get this shot in, and we do. We get the kill, but we're now on 4 collies. We've got 4 kills as well, so we could actually get a Radleys and a collies, but Fun Police is trying to have their say in this, and they're aiming at us, so we need to lose our spot, which we do. Now I just want to get the heck out of it and get to a different position, because Fun Police is aiming at us here. I don't want to get pushed by all the tanks at the same time. I don't want them to know where I am. I just need to just try and get to position. My best chance of winning this game is to use my camo value, use my view range. The light tank is dead, thankfully, which is very, very helpful. And I just want to try and spot them before they get to me and take them out. I know one of the medium tanks is a 1 shot, so that's useful information to know. Because all those little bit of information you pick up during the game are the sort of things you want to remember, because they come in handy at this stage of the game, knowing what tanks are 1 shots, and things like that. So the only information I have at this point really is that medium was a 1 shot, but now to spot this Hellcat 105, who's also a 1 shot to us. So that's 2 of the tanks I can kill 1 shot. I'm going to go back and try and kill this Hellcat 105, because at the moment I believe he's by himself. That's the only information I've got. One of the tanks has now got into the cap. We're hoping the Hellcat's going to come round this side and we can get a shot in. But then this medium tank comes around. We wasn't expecting to get him, and thankfully that shot hits, which is massive, putting us under 5 kills. Fun Police is looking at us. Hellcat 105 is there somewhere. We need to try and lose this detection so we don't get killed by the Fun Police. And now we need to try and find a way of getting rid of this Hellcat 105. We're trying to get a little bit of distance if we can. It's a 1 versus 3. This is very achievable at this point. Hellcat 105 gets spotted. We're going to try and get a shot into this tank. We do, thankfully, and we put into a 2 versus 1. One of the tanks being the Fun Police. So now, we're definitely on for this Collies. We've got 6 kills. 1 versus 2. We could get the Collies and the Radleys. We know where the Fun Police is. We've just seen that shot fire blind. We're going to go and try and deal with this tank. But the enemy other TD is probably done the right thing, and he's got on the cap circle, which is going to mean I've got a bit of cap pressure and it's a bit awkward. Ideally I would like, if that TD wasn't in the cap and I could just try and outspot him and kill him from a distance. I've still got 4 minutes 30, so I've got a lot of time. But now that TD being in the cap has increased the pressure. But I've still got enough time to try and find this Fun Police at the moment. I was just looking to find see if I can spot him. He does get detected here, so I'm going to look to try and get a cheeky shot in. Unfortunately, the shot misses. But now I'm in a situation where I've got 1 minute left on the cap, and I don't. Although I really could deal with that Fun Police being killed, I don't want to have don't have to force the shot onto TD. Because he could be looking for us. So I'm going to just go straight to the cap now and try and get that 1 reset in the cap to just buy myself a bit more time. So I want to really get there. So I've still got. I don't want to get to the cap and only have like 2 seconds left, because then he might just snapshot me when I'm having a bit of force and the pressure to get the reset. So I want to go straight there now. Unfortunately, I haven't really got time to go behind him, so I'm having to go in front, which means he's probably going to be looking at us. We are low profile though, so hopefully it won't be an easy shot. We poked round, he's looking, but he wasn't quite looking. Unfortunately, we miss, but he actually misses as well. We're going to beat the reloads. We can get the reset. Aim this shot, we get the reset. We've now got more time on the cap. Fun Police is still going for us. We're just going to try and avoid getting shot by this Fun Police. Is all what we can do. And I'm going to go round behind the enemy TD and see if we can get a shot into him from behind. He's probably realised this is what I'm doing, to be honest, so he's probably going to turn around, but I'm just going to go for it anyway. Maybe he'll still be looking the other way, and then I should be able to get the shot in, and it should be, it'd be a lot easier for me to get the win, because he obviously is a turretless TD. But we've got to just hope that we can get this shot in. So we're coming around. I'm just hoping that maybe he wouldn't even spot us, although he probably is going to. So we poke up. We do get detected. He's looking. He's shot, but we shot as well. We put him now onto a 1-shot. But I've got to be careful, because the Fun Police could try and get shots onto me here. And I am a 1-shot, so I need to lose my spot. Now, in theory, this TD has got 280 alpha left. So a health left. So I should be able to 1-shot the tank. I pushed round here trying to pretend that I was going to go back around the other way and then hope that he's going to turn this tank back around. That was at least the theory. I thought I'd go that way. Hopefully he thinks I'm going the other way. He's turned around. That was a plan. Unfortunately, I poke up and he's not. He's still looking this way, but I get the shot in before him. But I low roll the shot and I left him on 16 hit points, so he killed me. So that is frustrating, because that low roll has just cost me the Radleys. Maybe I should just pull back down once I got spotted, but I actually did land a shot before he hit me. And that's a shame, because if I'd have got that shot in and then that would have rolled for normal average damage, obviously got 320 alpha round, then I would have been able to then just go and kill the Fun Police and get the Radleys. But as it stands, I didn't, but I did try. I did all I could. It was still a good game, but it's just a shame, I could have had the Collies and the Radleys there. But that is it for Decent Defeat episode 15. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!